Good morning once again. My name is Apostle Hephzibah, the Senior Pastor of Glory House of Covenant Ministry International, Makodi, Benue State, Nigeria, and also the ED Woman Arise and Support the Vulnerable Initiative. This morning, I urge you to give me a few minutes of your time to pray with you as I speak on the subject I title, Your Table Has Just Been Turned Around. And I'd like to read the book of Psalms, chapter 105, verse 20 to 22, and I read, The king sent and loosed him, even the ruler of the people, and let him go free. He made him lord of his house and ruler of all his substance, to bind his princes at his pleasure and teach his senators wisdom. Now, this is the story of Joseph. After the wife of his master attempted to sleep with him and he refused, and she lied against him, and he was thrown into prison. And so he stayed in the prison until the king of the land had the dream. King Pharaoh had a dream, and God made it that no magician understood the story of Pharaoh. No wise man in the land could understand the puzzle that Pharaoh wanted someone to solve. And so the prisoners that left earlier had to tell the king, see, there's a man I met in the prison who gave us the interpretation of the dreams we had, and the thing came to pass exactly the way he said them. And so the Bible says the king said they should go and bring him, because at this point, the people he saw to be the wise men all disappointed him. And so they brought Joseph. Joseph told him the dream and then interpreted the dream. And the story goes that after Joseph interpreted the dream, the king looked at him and said, I have not seen a man as wise as you are. And so at this point, I can't appoint another man to do the assignment you have given as a solution to the famine that is coming up. And so I appoint you to become the prime minister. Take care of everything in this kingdom. Take custody of everything that you see that needs to be done. And also make sure that the storage is done so that we don't lack anything within those days. And he also said, from today you are going to teach my senators wisdom. And then he concluded by saying that in everything you want to do in this kingdom, I have made you to become a teacher. I have appointed you to do everything out of your own volition. You can just take decision and do it, and everything will be binding on me. Now, this is a prisoner coming up to demote the senators and to become the leader. Now, hear me. When the brothers sold him, he never knew that something great was waiting for him. When Potiphar's wife did what he did to him, he never knew that the story of the prison would become the story of stardom. And so I want to tell you today, how is your own table looking like even this morning? They have shown you the picture, or it has already manifested, that each time you stretch forth your hand to take that which belongs to you, another invisible hand collects it from you. And in most cases, they even collect from you physically. Most of the time, I see sisters, brothers, families making sure that marriages are broken, and you stand helpless. You can't even know what to do again. Hear me. No matter what happens, God is alive and is watching. And so I come to say this. The magicians failed. The wise men of Pharaoh failed. Everything in the land failed, so that the table can be turned for Joseph to become the prime minister. And so when it is time for the turnaround of a table in favor of a child of God, God can make the wise to become foolish. And so hear me this morning. Who has ever exalted himself to be Lord over you? The table is turning this morning. Maybe there's an uncle somewhere, there's a man somewhere, a woman that you have been depending upon to be a blessing to you, and then they refuse. Hear me, the table is about to turn. They said to you that position you cannot reach there, so nothing good can come out of you. All you need to do for yourself today is to get your mind blank. Don't envy anyone. Don't keep malice with anyone, and don't allow grudges to be in your mind. Just free yourself and know that the table of God can always turn around. And so the same God that did it for Joseph, the Bible says, is the same God yesterday, today, and forever. And so your story of stagnation can never remain the same forever. Don't forget, he said in the scriptures, he said, for your light affliction is but for a while. And so no affliction is permitted to last forever. There is always a time for everything under the sun, a time to cry and a time to laugh. And he makes everything beautiful in his time. And so I come to announce to you that the time for your own beautification is right now. And so the time for that table to be turned around for you is now. And so I deploy the angels from above, those angels that confused the wise men of Pharaoh, to begin to confuse your enemies, and those angels that spoke to Joseph and gave him the wisdom to display in a strange land, be released to aid you into that place of glory. From today, you shall not just speak. You will not just speak because you want to speak. The wisdom of God will rest on your tongue, and it will lead you to speak. And hear me also, you shall become a leader to the senators. Who are the senators? Those people that used to feel that they have it more than you, they know it more than you. God is going to make you a lord over them, whether they like it or not. And so I release to you that Pharaoh that is going to announce you to your world. And also let me remind you, don't be afraid of any temptation, because every temptation comes with an announcement. The glory of God can never come to you until you are tempted and proven that you have the oil in you that is squeezed out to speak to the world. I speak to you today. Don't ever tell God, why me? It must be you that temptation should come upon, so that the glory of God can also come upon the same you. And so hear this announcement: your table has just turned around. The table of your family, the table of your finances, the table of your marriage, the table of your health, everything concerning you has just been turned around in only your favor. The Lord bless you. The Lord honor you. I remain your host, Apostle Hephzibah. The Lord bless you.